Well, it is looking increasingly likely we are in for a weekend soaking rainfall and the potential for severe storms on Saturday for parts of Minnesota. So another warm day today, probably not quite 80 with the cloud cover, but 70s for most of the state today. We definitely have some increased high clouds as moisture is starting to really fill in here across the central U.S. And in fact, something we haven't seen in a while, a slight risk of excessive rainfall from the Weather Prediction Center, NOAA's Weather Prediction Center, across much of western and southern Minnesota, the Twin Cities. On the edge of that, there has been an eastward shift in some of the heaviest rainfall potential placement for the weekend that we'll talk about in a second, but also severe weather potential tomorrow. Slight risk already for the day 2 outlook right up to the west metro. Southwestern, south central Minnesota could be in for some severe weather that's been extremely lacking. Not really surprising with the drought, but yeah, we could see quite the setup. This is a little late in the season. Now, we do have a lot of moisture out there, as you can see. The main upper level low in the Rockies starting to eject out. There's little pieces of energy ahead of it that have been creating some thunderstorms and a pretty powerful jet streak. So this is the jet stream, those upper level winds, but a nice little streak coming out of the Rockies. This is going to play into things tomorrow on the northeast quadrant. That's a good area for upward lift. All that combined with the surface low, we've got a frontal boundary, shear, all coming together for potentially some severe weather. So this is looking at forecast photographs. It's kind of complicated, but basically the longer and more curved little lines you get combined with the energy, good setup for potential storms here, for severe storms, that is, organized storms in southern Minnesota into Iowa. Now, there are some differences, NAM model versus the HRRR in the placement, and a lot of this is instability driven. The question tomorrow is, where do we see the most sun? Where do things become the most unstable? And you can see 4 different models here. These are CAPE or energy values, basically directly proportional to where the sun pops out. Iowa looks to be seeing probably the most instability, but can we see some of that into southern Minnesota? Now, some of the models do give us enough peaks of sunshine. It won't take a lot tomorrow because there's going to be a surge of high dew points, close to 70 tomorrow, combined with that surface low and that frontal boundary. So strong storms probably going already in South Dakota and Nebraska. Will be tracking east. Could see them flare up more into southwestern Minnesota. This is late Saturday afternoon. Large hail and damaging wind threat, but also there will be some isolated tornadoes probably in some of those storms. We're going to have a lot of spin in the atmosphere with that surface low sitting right over us, and showers kind of continuing to linger into Sunday and Monday. Not a constant rain, but there will be waves of showers and some thunderstorms developing. This is even late Monday, still maybe some showers and thunderstorms around, and all this has shifted a little bit eastward. So this is what the forecast looked like for total potential rainfall yesterday when we look at the blend or sort of the average of the models, South Dakota into southwestern Minnesota, but there's been a broad shift and kind of spreading eastward over the last 12 to 24 hours that could include the Twin Cities. And eastern Minnesota does need the rainfall more than western Minnesota when we look at the drought monitor. All of Minnesota is dry, but most severely dry here in the eastern part of the state. Still close to 70, 74 degrees here through the weekend. We will have those breaks again in between, so temperatures will be able to warm up a bit. Lingering showers into Monday. We finally dry out and brighten up here, it looks like Tuesday. Temperatures next week, low 70s much of the week. That's still above normal, though. The normal high is in the upper 60s by next week.